is that most people don't feel worthy. What I'm doing now, I could have been doing years ago. But because I did not have a college education, because I didn't believe in myself, because I allowed other people's opinion of me to control my destiny.
Welcome back, our YouTube subscribers, to the 24 Karat Black podcast. I am Cool KL.
This is your man, one half of the brand, Abe.
We are going to, I guess, touch bases.
We about to let y'all know what we loved about growing up in the projects. Because these days, people don't even know, how can you love growing up in the projects?
And what we hated about it.
Yeah, what we hate about it, what we learned. Yeah, we about to go into all that, man.
Yeah.
So,
and what was missing?
So we can start by what we loved. I mean, since everybody's so perplexed with, how can you love being in poverty?
Yeah, so for me, and probably you too, I don't think I knew I was in poverty.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That was probably some of the best times of my life. Because I think when you tell the stories, and they sound so horrific.
Yeah.
But when you wake up and, every other day, the things that sound horrific to somebody else was like common knowledge to us.
Right.
You don't really look at it as like trauma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's every day for us.
It's every day.
It's everyday life for us.
Like you can have a mixture of somebody being shot and killed and having like a real good baseball game against some friends down the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then getting in trouble with your mom. Like all of that.
All that stuff. Yeah. It's a culmination of things.
But so what would we say? What do we hate or
what do we love?
What do we love? Man.
What do we love?
I love free lunch.
Oh, free lunch. Oh,
we didn't live through the time of the government cheese.
No. I don't think I got the government cheese.
No, but we did get the free lunch.
We got the free lunch, and we look forward to it. Every time that big white van or big white joint whatever it was, came to our recreation center, we loved that.
And for me, free lunch always seemed to be up there on the days that they had, it was free access to the pool.
Oh, yeah, they gave, they worked it.
But it was the worst days of the pool was crowded.
But it was amazing, just because here's the thing, the memories with me, it sticks. Like, just anytime, here's the crazy part, when I see a lot of our people together, and like, for instance, I can see vividly in my mind those days where the pool was beautiful outside, and you get up to the pool and you can hear before you even get there, the kids and everybody just splashing and having a good time. And when you get in there, it's just, you smell the chlorine, everybody's, it's so...
Which I'm sure the chlorine was probably like 2 levels from poison.
Boy, oh yeah.
Like that was strong.
It was straight bleach. Yeah. Right. And it was crazy because we would be in there and we would be in there for hours. And we had so much fun.
I shit you not.
I love it.
I have 2 brothers, right?
Yeah.
Biological. I have more, but biological brothers.
Right.
I have one that's fairly light skinned, fair skinned, beige. But he went swimming every day for one summer, and his whole skin complexion changed.
Wow, yeah.
Like he was light skin.
Oh yeah.
And
it did
but
that.
That's what it. I mean,
we would get out of that pool starving, wrinkled, starving, and ashy.
That leads me to the next thing. On the days that there wasn't free lunch or you didn't get there in time,
a
bologna sandwich.
Oh boy,
fried with butter because we didn't have grease.
Gee, was the best thing ever.
Boy.
It tastes like the best dish you ever had.
And Kool-Aid, you sit down, have me 2 sandwiches and some Kool-Aid.
And a nap. After the pool.
Because you're definitely going to sleep.
Oh, you definitely going to sleep, man. I definitely love that.
There's a lot for me. Sports, stuff like that. But I think the swimming pool.
Swimming pool was dope.
I mean, think about how cheap it actually was to go, even on days you had to pay.
25, 50 cents.
And we still couldn't. We didn't have the money to
do that. Sometimes we look forward to
the free days.
I'll tell you one thing I love. I love the candy house. The candy houses. It was on. Look, I remember
candy.
The penny candy, bro. The penny candy, bro.
I remember when inflation hit. And you went to the candy house and the most was like, now the penny candy is like 2 cents?
Right,
that hurt my whole soul.
Or the freeze cups was like 50 cents.
From 25
cents. Oh, yeah. I mean, I would go to the candy house and I would love it, man. And that just showed, man, just like how, black people, we came up with ways to make money. Because in the hood, we didn't have a lot of money, but you had those. We had maybe 3 or 4 candy houses we would go to, and they would already have the freeze cup set up, different flavors. You had the pickles, ice cream. You had the penny candy, the little cookies, the pig feet, the sausages, the pickled eggs,
the pink cookies.
The pink cookies.
You can put them all in your fingers.
Yeah, bro. And
I still can't. I look for those to this day.
Oh, to this day, man. It was. I love that. You know, just you know, I would remember scraping, going through the couch, looking for change at times to try to get enough money to go.
Bro, if I can find a nickel, you mean tell me I get 5 pieces of candy?
5 pieces, different flavors. You can choose. You get 5 different flavors.
You get the pickle and they put it in a little bag, and everybody like, let me get a piece.
Yeah.
Or they say, let me get the butt,
bro.
No, you ain't getting my butt. You ain't getting
or you get a drink. And you be like, somebody be like, let me get a swig. And you be like, hey, man, waterfall it. Waterfall it. Don't let it touch it. Yeah, man. Those were the days, man.
Boy, that took me down memory
even the sports, man. Like, we was always...
Freeze cups, too.
Freeze cups. Oh, extra syrupy.
Turn them upside down.
Make them, bro. Yeah, them were the days, man. Man.
My kids will never understand.
Never understand. They'll never understand. We were very innovative. Or the creek. The creek, bro. We didn't have... See, here's the thing, man. We didn't have nothing. We had a creek that we played in.
We go fishing for crawfish. So our creek was lined with like these bamboo shoots.
Yeah.
And we'd take the bamboo and we get string and put either like the safety pins and put worms on. Yeah. And you literally could catch like crawfish.
Yeah, we would be in there catching all tadpoles, everything. Yeah. And we would sit there for hours. We'd be in the creek for hours, shoes all soggy. And we'd be having the most amazing time, man. We would build swings and shit.
Nigga knock.
Nigga knock. Oh, boy. And for those of you who don't know who nigga knock is, what nigga knock is basically niggas knocking.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is. We would
go knock on the door and take off.
Yeah. And that was fun. That was always fun. We created ways out of no ways, and that's what I love about our people. We're very innovative. Like, we don't have to be given much. We have a Pinto, and we can go buy some little Rams. We can tint it out, put a little system in it, and we ride and we feel good and we're vibing. And that's how that reminds me of the projects. When I see our people making the best out of their worst situation, I'm thankful.
We've always done that.
Oh, very resilient.
Why do you think we eat chitlins?
Bro, chitlins.
Where do you think that comes from?
Cornbread.
But that's a
whole other topic. But that just speaks to that, though.
So what do you hate?
I hated the violence, for sure. I hated the violence. I hated seeing our people, act, exactly how, I guess they wanted us to act. Meaning killing each other, poisoning each other with the drugs, fighting, at odds, crabs in the bucket.
For me, man, I
hated to see that.
I don't know that I hated it. Like, in retrospect, I could say, I hated it. Going back. But living in it, to me, again, like I said before, I think it was a part of the neighborhood.
Right, yeah.
That's what I woke up and knew I could
respect,
I don't know, like, didn't have, you had cable sometimes you didn't. So
I had a legal cable, by the way.
We all had that.
But shout out to the cable man. I don't know your name. I didn't have no dealings with you. My mother hooked us up.
Yeah.
But I know the cable would come on and we would be good money. When it went out, we were very mad.
You hear the call, cable man down the street, for whatever reason.
With that cable man down the street?
For whatever reason, if you cut your TV off, they couldn't detect it. So they couldn't turn it off. But anyway. But for me, man, I don't know. Looking back at it, I can look at a lot of things that I felt could have been different or should have been different.
Right.
Well, you know what? Take that back. I do know what I hated. I hated the type of pressure it put on me to want to have material things I couldn't afford.
Wow. Woo! I remember this.
That was a time I did not go to school for a whole week because I didn't have no new shoes.
Man, I had a jacket that I had got from Family Dollars. It was pleather. And it had like a football field.
You didn't have to say that, bro.
It was pleather, bro.
It was pleather.
Look, I said, I got tired of it because the pleather started peeling. So I flipped that joint inside out, and it was black. And I rocked that for like a whole winter. And to me, it was different. I didn't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, it was like I'm trying to keep up because I don't have no other choice.
So I think, too, that probably was the one thing I hated. Like, as I got older and wanted to have nice things, like, I'm trying to think. I don't think my mom actually, when I was old enough to understand fashion, I don't think my mom actually bought me one piece of garment or sneaker, anything that I wanted. Like my grandmother did, but I didn't get those things until I started working. But the pressures of watching, and that was the thing too, the projects, everybody was poor, but you always had this, like these group of people within this poor group of people that had a way of making you still feeling less than.
Yeah, feeling less than.
But as a child, you don't realize that. I'm like, wait a minute.
We're all here.
You picking on me and my mom and our situation, and you live in the project too. As a kid, that don't resonate.
It don't resonate.
All you look at was like, yeah, she's right. She can get her kids the new Jordans when they come out. And they have all the new toys. And as a kid, you don't think like, you still in the, like, if you that much better off, why you in the project?
Right, in the project. It's like walking in Goodwill and you see somebody you know and you feel ashamed.
Right. Like,
we're both here. Yeah. So we might as well shop.
So I think when, that's what I didn't think I thought about. I think all the way up until that point, I didn't think I hated anything. For one, it made me who I am. I love those moments. Some of my funnest and deepest memories come from the project.
Come from the projects, absolutely. There was so much that we loved. And again, I think we was just a tier under because we were like adolescent. So we did see the drugs. We were right there.
We did have those group of guys who kind of hung out with us, but then they kind of aged out.
They aged out,
and they started, like, there was small influence of those guys reaching out, hey, man, come do this, or come hang out, for whatever. I think sports might have helped.
Yeah, absolutely. Sports kept us.
I think the fact that we did have such a tight-knit group that it was rarely where it wasn't all of us together. So it wasn't a situation where, like, one of us was called along to where we could get caught up in. Yeah. So, I love that too. The sports, just being innovative. We made bikes. We put bikes together. We made bikes. Like scooter, like go-karts. Out of plywood and take wheels from rollerblades and washers.
Go down the hills.
There's no way we should, like, there was not YouTube around. I don't know how we knew this stuff.
Right.
I don't even know how we got the tools to do it. And what made us think, let's put washers in between the wheels and the wood. Like, I don't know.
We would roll down the hills and we designed them and everything. This is, again, the kids of these days will never understand this. I mean, we were very innovative. I mean, we probably could have been millionaires off of that.
But the kids these days also have the benefit of us being their parents.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you want your kids to live better and do better.
Absolutely.
So you buy them all the electronics and spend their time with their head down.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, we part to blame for that.
Yeah,
we spent time out. Like, I remember, as soon as we woke up 8 o'clock Saturday morning,
we were out.
gone all day.
Yeah, all day. As soon as we come out, everybody's outside, boom, we gone.
All day.
Yeah.
So,
let's see.
what
was missing? I can say the fathers. For the most part.
Absolutely.
For the most part, I mean, like, again, we had a few people on our thing.
It was sort of like, it was more obvious that more guys and people in the street didn't have a father. So that was like, it was an anomaly to see people with them. So, like, to me, again, that's one of those things when you look back, it was missing. But at that moment, I could look across the street to my neighbor to the left, neighbor to the right, and they probably didn't have their fathers either. So, like, I think that would have been a little more, that didn't actually appeal to me, and I've noticed it until I got into sports and realized that some of the cats that I grew up with or went to school with had their fathers come and watch their games, and that's when I actually noticed. But actually in the neighborhood, I don't know, like, for me that was that apparent.
Yeah, I never knew my father, so the fact that he wasn't there, all I knew, my mother was my mother and my father. So I mean, so that ended up being normal for me. But I think that I seen the men that were selling the drugs and the people. I mean, like, I feel like if we had more fathers, it would have been a little more protection and order and guidance per se. Even though for whatever reason,
that's what I would say. Not necessarily the fathers was missing, but I don't recall ever having like a real strong presence of men. Men were there scattered around, but there was nobody that I felt like I could hitch
Tommy Wayne.
my trailer
Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster though. Cookie Monster. Come on, man.
He talk like that.
He always had a bite too, man. He was Cookie Monster and Tommy Wayne. Everybody knows Tommy Wayne.
Shout out Tommy Wayne. I think he died a few years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Shit, man. I'm so sorry. Oh,
yeah.
The men.
Yeah.
So like the men that I knew and actually, I guess maybe wanted to emulate with the drug dealers.
Yeah.
Or you know, all the other guys that were older than us, we might have looked up to a certain extent, but
yeah.
When you're that young, 2 to 3 years seems a lot older.
Yeah.
Like right now, 2 to 3 years older than me doesn't seem like much.
Right.
But when you're 10 and they're 13, they just seem like they're bigger. They can do more things you couldn't do. So, but outside of that, like I think, again, I didn't necessarily understand what it meant or what it was like to have that father.
Yeah, that was
until I got out of that, like started playing sports and got away from it and saw, okay, people usually do have mothers and fathers in the house, but in that moment, what was missing was probably just more male leaders, in general. Absolutely.
I mean, outside of the finances, I mean, of course, that was obvious that was missing per se.
Right.
I mean, we had the government assistance and stuff, but we didn't know anything about the finance. We had food stamps, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we would have the book.
Yeah, back then
it was a book.
What was it? If anything over, I think the ones you can tear those out.
Yeah, you can tear those out.
But if you had like a $5, $10 food stamp,
in the book or
that had to stay in the book.
In the book, yeah. So back in the day we had food. So the money didn't really translate to us like that, but that was missing. But what we learned,
perseverance.
God, I think that's why we're here, bro. Because I think that we dodged so many bullets, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
We literally dodged bullets. I remember being in drive-bys. You were in drive-by. We were in a drive-by together, I know for sure. We had just, barely made it in the house. But anyway, dodging bullets, figuratively and literally.
I would say, too, that's probably, too, where I learned, okay, make the mistake, learn from it.
Yep.
I don't think even to this day, for the most part, not that I can really think of, that I've ever made the same mistake twice.
Yeah.
The issue, though, usually the mistakes that you made were usually so daunting that if it wasn't for, having friends, family, people around to kind of help lift you up, pick you up, and get you back right.
Another thing that I learned was the importance of family, and that's why I'm 20 years in with my queen, and I have a 16-year-old, about to be 17, and a 15-year-old, and I knew my father was missing, and that was one thing I vowed to myself that once I had that opportunity, I was gonna make sure that I'm there and I'm present and I'm that father, and I'm gonna raise and cultivate a family, because we were so deprived in poverty that it was like we gotta make a difference. And I feel like I have a right as a human being to live in a home and have it complete, and I felt like I could pass that down. Like, that's one thing, going home to watch basketball games or football games without my pops there. I come home from the rec, I got my basketball, and I got my little brother, and I'm trying to just make sense of everything I'm seeing through the television just by myself. And it was my mother, she had her addictions, and it was just us.
And she's a woman, so at the end of the day, she can only lead you so far. Like, that's the thing too, me being the oldest of my brothers, I don't know that we even understood how much was put on our backs, right? Like, I got to the point to where I knew I was the man of the house, but it was not so much of I need to look out for my mom, because sometimes, hell, I didn't know where she was at. But I knew, like, my brother still had to eat.
My brother still had to eat.
And so, I think that even then, like, no child should have to be the man of the house at 10 years old. I remember having to actually go to work. You grow up so fast. That's the thing. That's the one thing I probably don't like about it. You grow up so fast in the hood. Yeah,
you grow up very fast.
Like, I look at it now. My oldest daughter is 12, and she just not learned how to work a microwave. She's about a year in from working a microwave. I was cooking full meals at 9 and 10 years old.
Yeah, my daughter's about to be 17. At 17, I was expecting twins. I was about to get my first apartment with the mother of my queen now. She was 18, so we were about to get an apartment. We had just got a car. and we were planning our future together. Yeah, that 626. Yeah, I was 17. She was 18. At 14, I got my first job, and I was taking care of my family.
That's
I was making
Urban League.
Urban League downtown. Urban League downtown Winston-Salem. Man,
but that's the thing too. Right, I asked my daughter. I said, "You want to get you a job?"
Yeah.
She's like, "No."
Wow.
I couldn't wait to get a job.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to get a job.
Because we knew that was a means to an end almost.
Yep.
So it's
Yep.
like if I wanted these things, which is again sort of lost on me, why I didn't just get lost in the street. I knew what I wanted.
Right.
I knew how to get it, but for whatever reason, I was not necessarily deterred towards the drug.
And I see my brother.
I couldn't wait to what would we do? We would walk to the hospital.
Yep.
We had a job at dietary.
Yep. We would walk. Yep.
The shift started at 7.
Yeah.
The hospital was every bit of a 10-minute car ride.
At least.
So it would take us about an hour and a half to walk.
Yep.
We put on our cassette players.
Yep. I had my apron on because we was straight passing.
Dietary.
Yeah, dietary.
Yep. And we would walk to work.
From
working double shifts.
Yep.
We would work the first shift and then we worked the second part-time shift.
Yep. It's hospital. You can work. You can have those double shifts every day.
We was doing that.
And we was doing
15,
that.
16, 17 years old.
Yeah, man. And it was amazing because I remember buying my brother shoes and buying him clothes, and I remember buying like our first PlayStation. And the games, playing like Crash Bandicoot and all that stuff.
Who in your life around that age, you was like, I got to work because they worked? My mom, I only remember my mom having a job longer than like a month.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Matter of fact, the store that we used to go bomb in front of, my mom worked the register there before. She would call us down when the manager would leave.
Wow.
And we would get right. She would call down to another neighbor's house. We ain't never had no house phone. And she'd be like, the manager's not here,
Wow.
And she'd put me on the phone. Like, get your brothers to come down. We put on coats. It'd be hot as every the summertime. We got coats on and just. So yeah, my mom taught me how to steal.
Yeah, my mother came home with steaks in her pants. I know.
This ain't that episode. Yeah, so
anyway,
living in the hood.
Yeah, we liked it all. I mean, we were so young, we couldn't really understand it all. Right. We made sense, and we accepted what we had, and we made the best of it, man. I love every moment of it, all the good and the bad, because it made us who we are today.
That's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, our mindset is very strong. And that's 24 karat black. It's all the seeds in which, that were planted in us at an early age. I mean, this is what it has grown into, and we have a line that we're trying to influence the world with. It's a true, honest representation of black greatness and perseverance at its core. You're looking at two owners that birthed a clothing line that represents black greatness, perseverance, and possibilities. And we want to let you guys know, by you guys supporting it and you just rocking with us, we got so much more in store. I mean, this is a dream, long time coming. And this is a true testament to what can happen when you don't give up, and you don't get sidetracked, and you don't get distracted.
To control my destiny, I didn't act on my ideas. So I applaud you